Hello, hello. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, look at that. Look at that. This almost looks like something is coming out of my head. Wow. Let me put you here. I'm in beautiful Redondo Beach. Yeah. Let me see. Yes, looks like I am live. Looks like I am live. This is getting a little warm, so enjoy the sun while it's still here. Almost Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Oh, thank you. Sound is great. Interesting. I can see the Instagram notes on Instagram, but not on the platform I'm broadcasting from. So, good to know. Well, yeah. So, almost Shabbat Shalom. Hello, everyone. Hello, Gina. And, uh, yeah, well, this is the kind of, this is how California, this is how the LA area is. For the last 2 days, was raining rats and mice. Totally. Like, there's no stop. Roof leaks, everything. And then the next day, almost, it's not summer, but it's almost. Almost. So it's blessing. It's a blessing to have this weather. And we yesterday entered the winter solstice. So this is a whole different period of creating. Sometimes we go into a hermiting place, into a place of, okay, reassessing everything and reconstructing or taking everything that we've got until now and build something from it. Starting the process of manifestation. But not everybody's in a different stage of their journey, so it could be, that you're already in the manifestation stage. But every stage is different. Every stage has an extra step to it. Right? So now we're entering the winter solstice. This is a beginning. This is a new beginning. This is a new beginning, I'd say, of hope. And yet there is a place of isolation. There is a place of disconnect. But the disconnect actually will bring us closer. It's interesting. Sometimes, here's an example. Sometimes uh, take a baby or a young child. The mother goes for a while for whatever reason. Maybe she needs to go to the hospital. She needs to go, God forbid, she needs to go to the hospital. She needs to go to the stores. Something. They're going away, right? The child is anxious because of this separation thing that is causing, that is being put upon him or her, without any desire. What happens when the parents come back after a period of time? And I'm talking also from a personal experience that I vaguely remember, where my mother went away for I think, like, from what I'm told, but it was a long time. But it was like a month. There was some health complications, and the initial instinct, first when the parents come back, or when you didn't see somebody for a long time, in a case that you didn't want to separate, there is some kind of like an anger, like almost like a pretended anger, a pretended I don't want to talk to you now. I'm really, or there is like this emotions, and so as a kid, many times it's like, no, I don't want to talk with you. I don't want to talk to you. You left me alone. It doesn't last very long, right? But it's there, right? It's there. So there is this time that we're going through now, just like in the Torah portion that is happening, that is from the separation there is connection, and through that, and because of that, there is hope. There is hope, and hope has different sides, different aspects, different things that can happen. But I had a conversation with a friend. Oh, you see, it's getting chilly again. This is California, so unpredictable. And so I talked to a friend, and and talking an Israeli friend, and talking about the situation that is happening in Israel. And almost everybody who I talk to in Israel is really, um, is really distraught. It's really difficult. Also, somebody who has not been directly affected by this October 7th massacre that happened in Israel, and so also if somebody has not been affected directly, there is the sense of it happened. It's like as if it's happening to the person, and so almost everybody who I talk to has this very heavy, very disconnected feeling. So people are not able to work. Well, I'm trying to get this light. People are not able to work. People are not able to function. People are not able to live their life. You ask them how they're doing or what are they doing. Oh, it's all chara. It's all, we're not doing anything. It's all this. It's all that. Everybody is down. And a friend I talked to, an Israeli here in LA, she said, "No, I feel the same thing. I cannot function. I don't want to function. This is bad. There's solidarity." And the question is feeling, if you're not directly affected, yes, it is hard, it is difficult for me, it is difficult and hard for me. Hello, Vovo. Oh, Vovo. Vovo is Brazilian, huh? Oh, Vova. Abramov. Hello, Vova. Everybody who feels, also if somebody who is not directly affected, if we stay in that place of heaviness, to a place that we cannot function. And I had this in the beginning where I realized I couldn't function. My body was aching. From that place, there is nothing we can do. When we are in that place of this darkness, this heaviness, there is nothing we can do. Now, I just want to be clear. This is not to diminish, God forbid, the heaviness and the seriousness of what has happened. But if we are not directly affected, we must be this light, this beacon of hope, and to continue and live our life so we can support those who are in need, those who have been directly affected, families who've lost their dear ones, lost their friends. The friends are still captive. There are almost 200 captives still in Gaza, right? So those who have not been directly affected, meaning that you didn't lose a friend, thank God, you didn't lose a family, nobody, for me, being so in solidarity means that we appreciate and we can support those who have been directly affected by not going down to that darkness, not being down in that darkness, because if we are going to stay in that darkness, emulating what those who have been going through are going, we're not doing service to anybody, definitely not to ourselves, and for sure not for them, because we are stopping our lives. It doesn't mean that if we continue to live, we are not in solidarity with those who have been directly affected. On the contrary, think about when we go up on the airplane, right? What do the stewardess they say? They say first put the mask on you, then put the mask on your child, right? I remember when this thing started happening many years ago in Israel, there was an uproar. What do you mean? This is not a good parenting. A parent has to first of all take care of their kids, but they were going with their emotions. They were going with, oh, how can you do such a thing? Or we need to be good parents. Not thinking that actually, if we strip the emotions, we see that the practical is the best. Why? Because first of all, we have to take care of ourselves so we can take care of the baby in the airplane. If God forbid something happens and there is pressure drop and we don't take care of ourselves, guess what? Nobody's going to take care of the child. So we need to take care of ourselves in order to take care of others. It is not to take care of ourselves and the buck stops here. It is to take care of ourselves so we can help others, so we can be of service to others. So if you haven't been directly affected by the atrocities that happened in October 7th, for the sake of those who have been, and to support and to contain, to have a container of love and support, we must continue be in the light. We must continue live our life. We must continue do our things and be outside and be happy for our lives, for what we have, so we can continue to be in the light. So we can be the supportive, the strong support for those who need us to be strong. Because if we are going to be down as well, who's going to support those who especially have been affected? And then we didn't achieve anything. On the contrary, we gave this Nabula Rasa, this Tabula Rasa, this Hamas, this Arab, we gave those terrorists, we gave them exactly what they wanted. They wanted to create chaos. They wanted to create separation. Again, I see this as a big game. The whole thing. It goes together with the corona. It goes like those who control the governments, those who employ the governments. I personally believe that it was known that this is going to happen. But this is for a different broadcast. And I talk about this in many instances, that this was known. This is a planned event. But regardless of who caused the accident, there is a car accident. Regardless who caused the accident, there is a dent in the car. We need to take care of the dent in the car. And by being in this direct darkness, we are not helping those who need us. We're not being there for those who need us. So yes, to continue to be in the light, to continue to shine, to continue to say, yes, I'm a Jew. Yes, I am a love maker, a peacemaker, a hoper, anything you want. To continue to embrace and to continue to stand for what is right. And when we have the right hope, we also want what is right, because what is right means truth. And truth has no emotions. Truth has no emotions. The emotions are the spices that we bring into each story. Truth has no emotions, just like the putting the mask on our face first is the truth, is just a fact. It's just if we do that, we'll be able to take care of others. So if we be in this joy, we be in this light, we are serving as a cushion for those who have been directly affected, for those who are mourning, for those who are in pain, for those who need our support. So in this portion of the Torah, Vayigash, this is after the Joseph, who has been sold by his brothers. He was left in the hole in the ground. They wanted to kill him because they were jealous of him. Eventually, he became to be the second in command of all entire Egypt. And after he solved the dreams of Pharaoh, so we're running through these stories. But now he is in the crown, and there is famine in Egypt, and the brothers of Joseph are coming to Egypt to buy food. They don't know him, but he recognized them. And he's doing a bunch of tests on them, like accusing them of spying, implementing an artifact in their bags to accuse them of theft, just to test them. Why? Because he hopes that they have changed their ways. In one of his act, he is implementing an artifact in the youngest brother who was not born yet when Joseph was sold. And when the brothers wanted to kill him, Benjamin wasn't born yet. So he implemented an artifact in the bag of Benjamin, and when they went away, he purposefully sent back his army to fetch them and to find that the stolen good was in Benjamin's bag, and he accused them. And now Judah tells him, listen, I get it, we stole it, we're going to stay, all of us. And Joseph says, no, not all of you stay. You all go back to your father, go to Jacob, but leave this young one with me. He will pay the price. At that moment, Judah understood that they are not being punished because they sold Joseph, but this is something else. And Vayigash means he just went to him. Like, now, when it is a king, you bow, you pay respect, there is respect, there is this, there is that. But he just went like a common person. And he stood up and he said, I will fight you and I will eat you and your king and whoever you want. Da, 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 da. And this is what Joseph wanted to see. He wanted to see if if they're fighting for Benjamin like they did not fight for him. So there is a hope. And through that clash that Judah had with Joseph, Joseph saw that they actually changed their ways, and he was really going to fight to teeth, to death, to protect Benjamin and not leave him with Joseph. And so that's when he broke down and he cried. So we have hope. If we don't have hope, really, what's the point, right? Because we see what's going on. And we have those who have not been affected by anything that is happening. It doesn't have to be what happened just in Israel. But this was an example, is something that I had a conversation with somebody. If we are not being directly affected by a certain event that happens, we must continue, stay in the light, and remember the light, and remind those who are grieving of the light. Because at the time of grief, at the time of pain, you don't see left and right. You just, your entire being is in pain and your entire being is in grief. So we have to be here and to be the light and to continue to be the light for those who are sleeping, who are still not critically thinking, who still don't see that everything is a ploy and everything is a control, and World War III is already here because it's a war on our consciousness. We have to continue and still be the light to the beyond the end. Not just the end, but continue. Not just reach the finish line and that's it. When somebody is running, is doing a marathon, they're not slowing down because they see the finish line, so okay, I'm slowing down. No, they're still in the full speed past the finish line. And then after past the finish line, then they're starting to slow down. But to the finish line, we must get full force ahead, and even more. Because the last 100 meters, we push further more. So we need to push further more past the finish line, not slow down before. So, now slow it down. Anyway, this is, love the weather. Look at this. Look at that. I'm trying to move out of this frame so the camera will catch the entire colors. Shabbat Shalom, and happy solsticing, and happy manifesting, and yeah, see you soon.